What's up guys, I'm currently on a boot camp with my team in Latvia. I thought I'd make a quick video explaining how to clear angles and the 3 ways to do it. I see people in my coaching or just general people that I see on Face or even high elo just clear angles wrong, and there is some mistakes that you can make, and there's only 3 real ways to actually clear angles. One of them is a new way that I've been trying out, which you guys can also try out, and that'll be kind of towards the end of the video. So first thing I'm going to talk about is how angles actually work in CS. So for example, when someone's close to a wall compared to when you're further from the wall, you can see them, and then in their POV they can't even see you at all. So what does this actually mean? Basically, the further you can get from a wall when you're peeking, the better, so you have more time to actually react to the person when you're peeking. For example, on short and Inferno here, if you're trying to hold an angle like this super close range, whereas he's peeking on this back wall, he's going to see your arm first, be able to react and kill you. So always try and peek angles from the back wall, not from the front or the middle. So now you kind of know how angles work. These are the 3 ways that you need to be peeking angles. So the first one is wide swinging. So this is kind of the classic. So this is the classic kind of CS2 peek that everyone kind of knows how to do. So how this works is you just wide swing out until you see someone when there's like a bunch of angles like this, and it's usually when you have to go fast and you react to a guy, counter strafe and shoot. So it's just kind of a basic peek, peeking out here and just wide swinging. You're not like doing like clears like this, which we'll talk about later, but you're just wide swinging, peeking. So the second way is angle cutting. So this one's great for you kind of lurkers and passive players who are sometimes on their own and not having to push space super hard in entry. Instead, you have a bit more time to be methodical with clearing, for example, apps on Inferno or Palace on Mirage. And this is kind of how you do it. What you do is before you peek, you don't try and trace the angle like this. You aim behind the wall where the angle is already, so your crosshair's ready. And then this is a key thing to do, and it's called peek, stop, react. So you peek and stop, so you already know you're gonna like be stopping and then react to where they're peeking. Peek, stop, react is better than peek, see the guy, then react. Like peek, see the guy, stop when you see him, and then react, and you're already dead. That's too slow. So you need to do peek, stop, and then react to him, instead of peek, see where he is, and then react, where he only has to worry about just shooting you instantly. So this is what this is super good against. So this is what I call angle cutting or hard peeking, and it's peek, stop, react, like that. Peek, stop, react, like that. So say I'm walking up apps, I do it again, I cut this angle. So why it's called cutting is you aim before the wall where they are. So I expect a guy here, so I peek, stop, react. Peek, stop, react. So if there was a guy there, he's just dead. So when you are angle cutting, you're kind of always ready to come back from the peek if there's no one there. So for example, if I peeked here and I didn't see anyone, I'm insta ready to peek, don't see anything, go back. Hey everyone, thought I'd quickly let you guys know I made a mini course alongside pro Latvian player Keen on the 7 qualities you must possess to be a star player and how to get them. The course covers many concepts that I haven't covered in my YouTube, and it gives specific practical advice, plus a direct line to me if you need any help about the concepts in the course. So go check that out in the description below. So this next one I call micro stutter peek. So I've been testing this in my games, in my scrims while I've been on the boot camp, and it's been super strong, and it's like, it's doing this. And it's like, it's doing angle cuts, like I said before. Like this would be like a normal angle cut that you might do in cave, where you're like doing kind of bigger cuts. But I've been trying these like micro stutter peeks, if that makes sense. So it kind of looks like this, and it works particularly good on pistol, where you're peeking like this, and you'll see a guy on one of these jiggles. So for example, I see a guy there. I see him on the jiggle, and I can insta react. And what he's doing is he's aiming here, like this, ready for the peek. Probably a bit more out because he's expecting like a wide peek, like the first one I said, which everyone does. But instead he sees you here, so he sees you there, he might react a bit, but then he's like, okay, now he saw me, he's going to swing. But then you keep just jiggling close, and what ends up happening is he's aiming out here, and he just gets headshot for you, just gets headshot by you there. So you've spotted him, and then you just keep peeking like this. So it's super strong. I've been using it mostly on pistols, but try it also again on rifle as well. It's been useful because it's the same concept as pistols, right? They're aiming out here, they see you jiggle, they're not going to start shooting here because they're going to expect you to wide swing back out to there. So they're going to go like that, and then they're going to aim here, and then you peek again here and just insta headshot. So try this when when there's like an angle where they can be like all the way along here, like they could be anywhere here, then this is when it's good to use these like micro peaks. Now don't confuse this with like really bad movement that I've seen people do where they just like go like this, or they like jiggle angles like this or something, which is really bad because if someone sees you like jiggle like this a few, like 2 or 3 times, and say you like stuff up your jiggle and you don't see the angle, like say you mess it up like this, it's just really bad. So don't peak angles like that. Either peak them wide, like I said, hard peak like this, normal, or if you think they're going to be on any of those angles, try this like new stutter peak method and just insta kill. Now this is a quick bonus one that my teammates kind of call the savage peak, and what it is not doing any of these counter strafes at all, and it's literally just running and peeking like this. So for example, in this kind of situation, when you know the guy's like tapped the bomb or he's playing close around this box, instead of like tapping and like trying to spam through walls, you literally just wide swing like this and just shoot bullets. Because you're so close range, when you're close range, right, look how accurate your bullets are. And as you know in CS2, it's very hard to hit people while they're moving, especially if they just continuously counter strafe out wide like this. So try this in your games, especially with an A1, because you move super fast with it, but it works with AK as well. When you're in a super close range kind of duel, instead of like going for taps or like trying to spam through the box, just try strafing one way and just spamming like this. Another good example is in cave. Nice little position you can play if you have a cave. You sit like this. As soon as you see the gun barrel, you just peek out like this. So if you guys feel stuck at all in CS, I have a coaching program, so just chuck me a message on Twitter or check out my website if you feel like you need some help implementing anything I talked about in this video. Thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate it. I'll see you in the next one.